Hey guys, I'm often asked, Frank, what is the most important thing about having a successful digital marketing campaign? And the answer to that is you first need a strong/robust marketing foundation. And today's guest is an expert at creating foundations for businesses just like yours. So I'm going to introduce her to you. She's a brilliant mind. I think you're going to enjoy listening to what she has to say. So without further ado, enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everyone. I hope you guys are having a rocking week thus far. Today, as I said in the pre-intro, I have the privilege to talk about one of my favorite topics in all the world, and that is marketing foundation. What are we without having a foundation in marketing? Digital marketing is one thing, but do you have the foundation? And there's no better person to talk about that than Brooke DeRam, who is our guest today. Hi, Brooke. Welcome to the show.
Hi there. Thanks for having me, Frank.
I am glad that you are here, my friend. So I've already said a couple of things about you during the pre-intro, but in your own words, who is Brooke DeRam? Who are you and what do you do?
Thank you. So I would say that Brooke DeRam is a problem solver, sometimes to my detriment with family, friends, and clients. Right. I like to figure out kind of what's going on, where the gaps are, where, not only in business foundations, but in, my personal life too. And so solving problems. I have 4 kids. I have a nonprofit foundation with my husband. So it's life is a bit crazy, and in order to keep everything rocking and rolling nice and smooth, I like to figure out what those challenges are and solve those challenges. And that's really what led me to starting Tomato Fish Marketing and working with small businesses.
Yeah, I love that name, Tomato Fish Marketing. I love that business name, by the way.
It's easy to remember and hard to forget. Completely made up. So.
Okay. So there was no background. I was going to ask you what's the background.
Don't ask. Everybody always asks, and I try to come up with a creative story. And
well, okay, that's the creative side of you.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to the business at hand, my friend, because I know you're a very busy woman, and I don't want to keep you too long. But in a nutshell, what is marketing foundation? What's that all about?
Yeah. So we believe that marketing foundations essentially is in kind of, if I just give a one-liner here, is the consistency of your branding, your messaging, and just your overall communications for your business, doing that consistently through a single cohesive ecosystem. And when I say ecosystem, I'm talking about, what tools are you using? What apps are you using? What are your processes? What does your sales and marketing enablement look like? Just making sure that everything is buttoned down and you've got that strong foundation to build from, just like you would with a house. You got to have that strong foundation before you can, add on to that.
Okay. So just out of curiosity, what are those foundations for those of us who are not well versed in the marketing world?
Yeah. So what we have noticed and what we've come up with over the last 15 plus years of experience working with small business, we've come up with 4 pillars. Those 4 pillars essentially are, number 1, brand, right? Does your company have a brand? Is it working for you? If it's not working for you, let's figure out why not, and let's strengthen that. I would say communication and messaging goes within that brand as well, but that brand is kind of that first pillar. That second pillar is a CRM system. So how are you capturing your leads? How are you capturing your clients? How are you nurturing them? What system are you using to make sure that you have all of their information in a single system so that you can refer back to that within your marketing? The third would be web, so online presence, a website. And then the fourth one changes sometimes depending on the client, but essentially it's kind of your outbound. So we like to do email marketing for clients because it's pretty low cost and it's something that we can get up going. There's a quick win with it. So we've added email marketing as kind of that fourth pillar. Another piece that we're starting to do a lot more of is content generation, which kind of feeds into the website side of things too. But essentially it's brand, CRM, web, and email marketing.
Awesome. You said two things that I want to talk about a little bit because isn't it sad? I mean, you being in marketing 15 years, so am I. Isn't it sad that a lot of small businesses, we play in the same space, basically, you and I. So a lot of small businesses don't even have one. Have you run into that? It's kind of sad.
That they don't have a website or that they don't have a foundation? Oh, a CRM. Oh my goodness, yes. That is, I will
so
say,
funny.
It's the number one thing when we even give kind of our free assessment, our kind of intro assessment. That is the one piece that is missing, I would say 95% of the time.
Yeah. I find the same thing. And I find it kind of interesting because, here we are in 2022 and and I'm still running into the same thing I was running into in 2007 when we first started. Right. But anyway. We started in 2005 and it is. And there's so many options out there right now that are not expensive, easy to run right out of the box. You don't even have to customize. Mm-hmm. I think small, even medium-sized business. I mean, we have large clients that don't have their CRM game on point, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's just educating, right? Yes. Helping people understand what a CRM is for, because I think it gets scary, right? They think Salesforce or they think, something super expensive and crazy and too much, which it can be, but. I mean, me personally, I like to use Pipedrive, and that's what I always recommend to my clients.
Pipedrive's a great one. We're a HubSpot partner, so we recommend HubSpot. They've got a great out-of-the-box solution.
Yeah, that's a super duper one. Okay, so another thing that you touched on there that I do want to move on as well is email marketing. So, I want you to help my audience debunk the myth that email marketing is dead. Mm-hmm. And, I just need you to do that. I've talked to a lot of people about it, and a lot of times they don't believe me, but you mention it as a foundation, which I love. Mm-hmm. So expand on that. What's the importance of that?
So number one, I think it is such a fairly easy thing to do, right? I mean, especially to your current clients.
Correct.
Right. So
assuming you have a CRM.
Assuming you have a CRM, that's exactly right. So it's so foundational because it's something that you can implement. I mean, a lot of CRMs even have a marketing piece to it, right? There's an email client to the CRM. And so it's easy to nurture and continue to nurture your existing clients. Plus, there's that adage, that it's 10 times easier to keep a client than to get a new one. 100%. So even if you are not trying to generate new sales, right? Even if we're not talking revenue and you are just wanting to keep your current clients happy, email marketing is a way that you can automate messaging to your clients on a consistent basis that you don't even have to touch, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you could create 12 newsletters for the year, schedule them all and hit go. And your messaging to your current clients is done for the year. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit there, but it's so low cost. It's so easy to do. It can be automated. And it's kind of that baseline communication to your existing clients. Now, when you're talking about building lists and reaching out to new leads, it's a little bit more difficult. And that's when we kind of switch from email marketing to, an outbound email marketing program to more of an inbound pay-per-click and ads and things like that.
Right.
But it's still it can be automated and it's cheap. It's like a penny an email, I mean, there's no reason not to do it. it's, especially to current clients and upselling, right?
Yeah.
Understanding what your current clients are buying from you and what else do you have that can help them.
Can help them. Yeah. Alternatives, etc. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Thanks a lot. That's going to help me a lot. So those of you who are listening, she just hooked me up. Thank you.
There are people who are very angry about email marketing, and it is not done well everywhere, but there is a right way and a wrong way to do it, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah. But the bottom line is that it's not dead. I hear that all the time. And I kind of cringe when I hear that. Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the content that our guest is bringing you today. Incidentally, speaking of the guests, if you would like to be a guest on this show, if there's something that you would like to promote when it comes to digital marketing or anything within your business that you would like to promote, give us a call at 888-416-7752 or simply send us an email at info@lbmsllc.com. Someone from my office will then send you the podcast intake form and we will schedule you on the show. So if that's something you would like to do, go ahead and do that and I'll put you on the show. For now, enjoy the rest of the show. But all right, so moving along, I just want to, if you've heard my show, I like to put people in a spot. I like to, I think not on the spot, but I like to give my audience some nuggets. I mean, if I bring you on the show, you got to give me some nuggets. You got to give me something that's going to wow them and say, you know what, I've got to connect with Brooke tomorrow. So that being said, we talked a little bit about, marketing foundation and everything, but give me some nuggets. What are the main focal points of building a marketing foundation?
Okay. So here's the kind of the process that we would take a client through. Look at your purpose, vision, mission. Look at your SWOT. What are your strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats? We call them superpowers. What's your target market, right? Identify at least 1 to 3 ICPs, ideal client profiles or target market. Develop no more, no less than 3 goals for the year. I would say look a year. We only look a year at a time. Develop at least 1 to 2 objectives for each of those goals. And then the last piece that we always tell clients to focus on is what is your ecosystem of tools? So what tools or applications are you using and how are those tools working together to work better for you?
Right. And then you walk them through all of these steps. I'm assuming you guide them when you work with your clients, you help them with this whole building.
The last 2 years over COVID, over that year of shutdown, end of 2019, beginning of 2020, we created an online strategic assessment tool. So, we ask up to 170 questions. It's our full discovery. We put a strategy together, build the roadmap, and then, focus on execution. But those areas that I just talked about are kind of the key pieces that we really focus on for that discovery piece.
Okay. Out of curiosity, I know you mentioned SMBs, but is there a particular niche that you like to focus on that you have to help?
We used to niche in healthcare years ago, and we found that really any small to mid-sized business, and we've had the larger client too that's struggled with this marketing foundation. So any really small to mid-sized business that feels like either they're stuck, they've hit a plateau, they're not sure where to go, they don't have a great partnership maybe with their existing marketing agency or they have a whole team internally. They just need an outside look at what's going on and they just feel stuck. That typically is who we are able to, help the most.
Okay. That's cool. I was just curious about that. But, so give me a little bit of information more on the whole building process that we talked about, the focal points. How do you help your clients build stronger marketing foundations? What's that process look like?
Yeah, so that starts with having a meeting with us, identifying, are they to a point where building a strategy is important to them and something they can commit to? If so, then we typically have them take what we call our red map, strategic assessment. And we take them through kind of this we take them through the purpose, vision, mission, the SWOT, all those things that I mentioned, but we're really that's our discovery time, right? So we're really evaluating their current state, say, of sales and marketing. Then we identify those areas of potential growth and where there may be gaps, things that we could kind of plug in or things that we could fix to make that whole process run smoother. And then we ask them to engage their team. So if there is, if it's a one-man show or there's a team, we want everybody to be involved because there's that really important engagement piece so that you have everybody that's involved in your business helping to create a roadmap or a strategy so that you've got everybody working behind you to meet those goals and objectives. And then that last piece is the execution. So once we take you through that assessment or you go through that assessment, really it's self-directed. We get all of that data. We put that roadmap together. We meet with you. We go over, here's what we found. Here's our recommendations. Here's what we would, recommend you execute on. And we with a strong focus on, we look at a year, right? What do you want to accomplish in a year? And it's typically, 2 to 3 goals for that year.
Okay. And then you base everything, I'm assuming, on the foundation, right? The foundation that you build.
Brand, CRM, web, and email.
Amen to that. I love it.
Keep it kind of simple.
What was that?
Again, we keep it kind of simple because we're building the foundation, right?
Yeah. Without that, you're kind of broken. But if someone already has a decent foundation, or in your opinion, is the foundation is solid, you take them on with different products, or is it something like, okay, see ya, can't do anything for you? How does that work?
Yeah, we've had a couple that really were strong, right? We're really doing a really good job in all of those areas. And then maybe they just needed, we kind of have this tiering system. So most of the time when we work with clients, they're kind of at that foundational level. But then when they're in year 2, 3, 4, 5, et cetera, with us, we're past that foundation. We've built that foundation. We continue to be agile and, make fixes where we need to. But then we're looking at things like social media strategy. We're looking at pay-per-click strategy. We're looking at content creation, lead gen, those types of things that really can't be done until you have the systems and the process in place at a foundational level.
Yeah. Ideally, you shouldn't do it. Yeah.
Right. People do, and they're successful for a period of time. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, I think they hit a roadblock and they're like, ooh, what direction do we go in? What do we do now?
Operative term being for a period of time.
Right. That's right.
I love it. So Brooke, out of curiosity, I understand that you have a gift for our listeners. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
We do, yes. So if they go to discoverredmap.com, on that, at the top of that page, they'll see there's a free quiz that they can take. It's pretty quick. It takes less than 3 minutes. That will give them a pretty good indication of where they're at, high level with their marketing foundation. And we also we're going to give, if anybody wants to book a call with me, and we'll take them kind of through that process and see if there's a fit. If it is a fit and they want to move forward with the red map, then we'll give them the 15% discount.
Oh, awesome. So I will drop that link in the show notes, folks, so you can take a look at it. It's called discoverredmap.com. And that'll be on there, as well as can I put a link to your social media information there as well? All right.
Yep, absolutely.
And your website?
And our website, and that discoverredmap.com. Also, if you scroll down a little bit further, there's a little video, and then there's a white paper that talks all about the importance of a marketing foundation.
All right.
So that would probably be pretty helpful.
I'll take care of all of that in the show notes. This has all been great, Brooke. I mean, I love what you're saying about foundation. I think that's the key. And I actually, I concur, because sometimes there are customers who I come up, they come up to me and they don't have any of that stuff already set. So I already know that campaign's not going to work. So I'm glad that you said that that's the importance of a successful digital marketing campaign is the foundation. With that, is there anything I did not ask you that you think would benefit the audience?
I think I've pretty much given it all out. I was thinking maybe there was one other thing, but I can't I think I lost my train of thought. Definitely the white paper. Oh, also, we are in the middle. We just started a 6-month tips and tricks newsletter where we are just giving a tip or a trick every month to build your marketing foundation. So if someone wants to go to our website and sign up for our newsletter, they can get those throughout the next 6 months as well. And there's Jill who works with me. She is creating all these beautiful templates that can actually be printed out so that your audience can go through some of these activities that we would be taking them through. They can go through themselves.
Outstanding. I love it. Yeah,
there's cool little worksheets she's putting together, and she's a beautiful designer too. So they're beautiful.
Yeah. See, this is what organization's all about, folks. And Brooke DeRam is all about that. So with all of that information, folks, I think I'm going to bid farewell to this episode. This has been Frank Deming, the local business guy, and you've just been blessed by the great Brooke DeRam. Take care, everyone. Until next week. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.